Hi everyone, I'm Jeff. Welcome to my channel. This video is just going to be a frequently asked questions about some of the bikes I build. I get a lot of questions specifically with parts I use and technique, and I just wanted to address it to help you guys out. And this is also part build process of this bike back here. So let's get into it. First, I'm going to talk about batteries. Right now, I mostly use anti-gravity. I'm slowly switching to Earth X batteries because it has an undercharge and overcharge protection. The only issue with that is you need a special charger to reset it for when it goes undercharge and overcharge. This is important for older bikes because the rectifier goes bad and it'll throw extra voltages and it'll ruin your LiPo lithium battery if it doesn't have that protection. Anti-gravity, I have resurrected a few of them. It's probably the one that I've used the most in all of my builds, and they're pretty small. Where I mount the batteries, I mostly mount the batteries over here underneath the back engine. So you want to make sure that the battery is higher than the engine. So if the engine, if the person is riding it, goes over a hump, it'll not take the battery off with it. It does take a little bit of work. So you have to modify this piece sometimes and then make a custom bracket. Basically, I line it up first and then make a custom bracket and weld it all together of how I want it to float. Probably the most asked question I get is what tire size I use. 95% of the time I use 150, 90, 15 in the rear. This is with the second generation wheel. Alright, in the front it is 120, 90, 17. This is with the R6, R1 wheel. You see the clearance here. I think I've gotten a little fatter on a couple of my bikes, but I feel like this feels safe. Remember, the fatter you go, the wider turns you make. So keep that in mind. You can't go too small. You can't go with the tire size that the R6 and R1 takes. It's too short, and you'll have almost no clearance on the back. Not on the back, on the engine. It'll be really low off the ground. You do have to get a little bit bigger. But I find this size gives it a nice dance. It's pretty even, and it clears most humps, speed bumps, and driveways. Like I go in the driveways at a decent speed. I don't slow down or anything. So yeah, that is the tire size. Talk to you guys about the rear shock. The stock rear shock, if it's used, is almost always shocked, and it has little or no suspension. Most of the rear shocks I swap it with are either this MV Gusto shock. See, it's adjustable right here. Or the R6 shock. R6 shock is kind of soft. The way it's designed, it's meant to be vertical, like this. You know, so it's meant to have more tension. So it's a little stiff, but it still works and it's pretty comfortable. But I find this is the best. This has the best ride. It does require modification. You do have to make spacers and all that. And you have to fabricate mounts to make it fit inside here. The only bolt-on I know of is Hagen, and it looks decent. It's a more stock look, but that is bolt-on if you don't want to do the fabrication to mount it up. But I really like the look of these gold shocks as they match the front gold forks. Okay, so this is a bolt-on exhaust. It's supposed to be bolt-on. There was a chance it wouldn't fit for one reason. This is an XV 1100 1990 engine. The frame is an 83 monoshock. So we mated it with this frame, which isn't too hard to do. You can see from this side. It has the better starter system. And yeah. But I'm gonna put some kind of adhesive vinyl that's high temp. So it should be good. And right now, I am going to angle this. This is a slip-on. It goes in like this. See, but I figured, just like my other builds, that would look better at an angle. So I'm going to match the lines of this subframe and angle it so with some angle pipe. So I finished it. Let me hit you guys with the time lapse of this. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching. If you guys like this content and want me to post more content like this, let me know what you guys want to see. I can cover things like a fork swap or the starting system, or if you guys just like to see me build bikes and do other creative stuff, go ahead and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Peace.